Okay, good morning everybody. So we are discussing now this class motion of a center of mass. So already we are learned about the center of mass. Center of mass is nothing but the consider a rigid body, a point the total mass is concentrated at a point is called the center of mass. So we consider here a rigid body, non-symmetric rigid body, a non-symmetric cardboard. For example, it's cardboard. So we have taken in x direction and y direction in a plane. So it is the system of particles. Some particles is there, m1, m2, m3, m4, mn, like that, mn particles. From m1 particle, the origin distance is the point vector, it is r1, and r2 is a m2 particle, the distance r2, and like that m3 r3, m4 r4, and mn it is rn. Okay, next the center of mass rcm equals to, we know that the equation summation of mi ri by summation of mi. So here the total mass of the system sigma mi summation mi equals to capital M. So it is right like rcm equals to sigma mi ri divided by capital M. So this is equation number 1. Okay, so it's cross multiplication we have taken, m rcm equals to sigma mi ri. So here I equals to, we have taken I equals to 1 to n particles. Okay, so we can take m rcm equals to, we can substitute the I equals to 1 to m. So m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus m3 r3, so on mn rn. Okay, so this is the position vector. rcm is the position vector of the center of mass. M is the total mass of the rigid body. r1 r2 r3 and r4, so on rn is the position vectors of different particles. It is a complete system of particle. It is a single particles. Okay, so this is equation number 2. We can differentiate. So differentiate both sides of above equation number 2 with respect to time. Okay, we can differentiate here. So here m is constant here, so d by dt of rcm equals to m1, the particle mass is constant, d by dt of r1 plus m2 dr2 by dt plus so on, plus mn is constant, then nth mass drn by dt. Okay, so now that implies d by dt of rcm is nothing but the length. Okay, so length or displacement, that time rate of change of displacement is nothing but the velocity. So it is written as the velocity of the center of mass, that equals to m1 v1 is the velocity of the first particle, m1 v1, so m2 like that, m2 v2 plus so on, it is right as mn vn. Okay, so this is equation number 3. Okay, here m is the mass of the particle, mass into velocity of the center of mass particle. So m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus so on mn vn. Again we can differentiate differentiate both sides with respect to time. Above equation number 3. So here m, so it is m is constant, dVcm by dt equals to m1 dV1 by dt plus m2 dV2 by dt plus so on mn dVn by dt. So here Vcm is nothing but the velocity of the center of mass particle. Okay, the velocity of center of mass. So that particle velocity is Vcm. The time rate of change of velocity is nothing but the acceleration. So acceleration, so it is written as the acceleration ACM equals to m1, the first particle dV1 by dt is nothing but the acceleration of first particle, acceleration of second particle, acceleration of nth particle. So m1 a1 plus m2 a2 plus so on mn an. Okay, so this is the equation for m ACM equals to, so this is equation number 4. So m ACM equals to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 plus so on mn an. Okay, the equation number is denotes that from Newton's second law, Newton's second law. So what is that? The force F equals to ma. So it is also written as m ACM equals to F1 plus F2 plus so on Fn. Okay, so here F1 plus F2 plus Fn is the total mass. Okay, the total mass, the first particle force on first particle is F1, force on second particle is F2, force on nth particle is Fn, equals to mass into acceleration of the center of mass of the particle. So here it is F1 plus F2 plus Fn. So it is the external force. We have taken the external force F external equals to m ACM. So this is the equation. So for the moving body, so when a body moves certain velocity, so then it's accelerate. What happens? The center of mass of the particle also accelerate when the external force is happen. When there is no external force, what happens? The acceleration is constant. When the acceleration is no acceleration, velocity is a constant. So velocity of the particle, system of the particle is constant. Okay, listen. From this equation number 4, F external equals to m ACM. Here the external force is leads the direction, leads some movement. So when the external force is applied on the system of particles on a rigid body, what happens? It's accelerate. So when the body is accelerate or decelerate, so the internal forces is not occurred, the changing the center of mass. So only the center of mass of the body, is can change the only F external, the force of the external force on the rigid body. So for example, we have taken an example. So the example is, we have taken a bomb. So a small bomb is taken. So it is projected with horizontal at a theta. It is projected like this. What happens? Projected with not vertical direction, it is some angle with the horizontal plane. What happens? It moves, and it is moves without explosion. It moves like it is fall down at this place at point A. The center of mass cannot change, so the center of mass also of the bomb cannot change here. So when the bomb is exploded here, and it is disintegrate, so it is disintegrate, so fragments of two particles of the bomb is fragments. So what happens? So the external force is zero. There is no external force on the bomb, only it is internal force. So in chemical energy, so it is converted as a mechanical energy. Then it is explodes, and two particles, two particles. There is no external force. There is no external force from this equation. There is no changing the acceleration, and there is no change in the center of mass. So center of mass also is constant. Mass is constant, and center of mass also doesn't change. Acceleration doesn't change. The center of mass also doesn't change. So when it is accelerate, so it is exploded, the two fragments or two particles is moves like that. One of the particle is moves such direction, and another particle is moves such direction, but the center of mass of the particle, the center of mass of these two particles cannot change. It moves the same direction. That means there is no external force on the bomb. The center of mass cannot change. I think you are understood. Thank you. Okay, listen. So we are discussing another topic. So that is vector product or cross product. So earlier classes we already studied a scalar product. That scalar product, if we have taken the two vectors a bar comma b bar, the scalar product is also scalar. So here we are taken here, if we consider a bar comma b bar are two vectors, so then a bar cross b bar, it is, we have taken the c bar, a bar cross b bar equals to magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar. It is also right here, mod of a bar mod of b bar sin theta, so it is n cap. So it is also right, a bar cross b bar equals to ab sin theta into n cap. So from this equation, n cap is a unit vector here. So it is unit vector. Unit vector is nothing but n cap equals to 1. Okay, here a bar cross b bar equals to ab sin theta into n cap. So here the cross product or vector product of two vectors, vector product of two vectors are a vector. Okay, here the vector product of two vectors are vector, or a vector, is a vector, is a vector. So this is vector product. So a bar cross b bar is perpendicular to the plane is perpendicular to the vector product. So this a bar vector a and vector b is perpendicular to the a bar cross b bar. Okay, a bar cross b bar is perpendicular to the a and perpendicular to the b vector, perpendicular to the a vector and perpendicular to the b vector. So here example we have taken moment of force. So here moment of force is nothing but it is denoted as tau. So here tau equals to moment of force, tau equals to the perpendicular distance into the force cross, sorry, not into tau bar equals to r bar cross f bar. The force is a vector and the position vector is the perpendicular distance is nothing but the position vector. So the position vector perpendicular distance also vector. The vector product of two vectors also the vector. So this is moment of force. So one example number 1 and example number 2. So it is angular momentum So we know that the linear momentum. So linear momentum is nothing but the product of mass into velocity. Angular momentum is nothing but inertia, the product of inertia and angular velocity. So here angular momentum is denoted as L. So here L bar equals to, so it is R bar cross P bar linear momentum. The position vector cross linear momentum is equals to angular momentum. So this is also example of vector product or cross product. So next, what are the properties? So we can take the properties. Of cross product. So first of all, so we have taken a bar comma b bar are two vectors. Okay, both are two vectors. So here both are two vectors. So first property, the cross product of two vectors doesn't obey the commutative law. So what is commutative law? So a bar cross b bar equals to b bar cross a bar. So it is commutative law. So but the cross product, it doesn't obey the commutative law, that is it not equals to a bar cross b bar is not equals to b bar cross a bar. So it is also written as a bar cross, okay, a bar cross b bar equals to minus of b bar cross a bar. Okay, the cross product does not obey the commutative law. And second property, so it is the cross product obeys distributive law. Cross product obey the distributive law. Okay, so what is distributive law? Distributive law is nothing but A bar cross, here we have taken A bar comma B bar comma C bar are three vectors. We have considered the three vectors here. So then A bar cross B bar plus C bar, A bar cross B bar plus C bar equals to A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. So this is the distributive law. So the distributive law, it's obey the cross product is obey the distributive law. And third one we have taken, so any two vectors and parallel vectors, any two vectors, same vectors, the parallel vectors, the cross product of parallel vectors are 0. Cross product of parallel vectors, or it is also same vector is 0. That means A bar cross A bar equals to 0. That means we have taken the unit vectors. The unit vectors are I bar I cap cross I cap, J cap cross J cap, and K cap cross K cap equals to 0. It is also right here I bar I cap cross J cap equals to K cap, comma J cap cross K cap equals to I cap, comma K cap cross I cap equals to J cap. Okay, so these are the continuous. So cross product of two vectors, equal vector not equal vectors. So I bar, so I cap cross J cap equals to K cap, J cap cross K cap equals to I cap, K cap cross I cap equals to J cap. So opposite direction we have taken J cap cross I cap equals to minus K cap, and K cap cross J cap equals to minus I cap, and also I cap cross K cap equals to minus J cap. So it is like cross product doesn't obey the commutative law. Next to fourth one, so this is obey the product of two coplanar vectors. So here if the vectors are obey the combination of I, J, K, so it is obey the screw right-handed screw rule. So then right-handed screw rule nothing but, so for example this is right hand is thumbnail. So for example, so it is screw. Okay, so this screw is like this. So it is the direction, so we have taken, so it is the direction here, the angle between is theta. Okay, it is A bar, it is B bar. So the direction is perpendicular A bar cross B bar. It is right-handed screw rule. The direction is upward direction, and the directions A plane and A vector and B vector is perpendicular to the A bar cross B bar. So for example, this is a right hand thumb is A bar cross B bar, and the direction of four fingers is crossed like here. The crossed is like here. It is A bar and B bar. So A bar and B bar is perpendicular to the A bar cross B bar. So this is the another property. So four properties. Cross product doesn't obey the commutative law. The cross product is obey the distributive law of the addition. The cross product of parallel vectors or same vectors equals to 0, and the cross product is obey the right hand screw rule. So it is called the right hand screw rule. It's obey the right hand's screw rule. Okay, next again, so we are taking the fifth property. The vectors, the two vectors we have taken, ax, a bar equals to ax I bar plus ay j bar plus az k bar, and b bar equals to bx I bar plus by j bar plus bz k bar. Okay, two vectors are taken. So then the cross product of these two vectors can written as a bar cross b bar equals to mod of I bar j bar k bar. So it is det of this ax, ay and az, bx, by and bz. So it is written as a bar cross b bar equals to a bar cross b bar equals to mod of I bar cross j bar I bar. So here it is written as I bar into these two det of these two particles ay bz minus az by minus j bar into ax bz minus bx az plus k bar into ax by minus bx ay. So this is the a bar cross b bar. So this is the fifth property we have taken. A bar cross b bar equals to a bar cross b bar equals to I bar into, so these terms. Okay, now we can solve the example. So example number 7.5. Example number 7.5 is find the scalar and vector product. Find the scalar and vector product of two vectors so here A equals to 3 I cap minus 4j cap plus 5k cap, and B equals to minus 2 I cap plus j cap minus 3k cap. Okay, we can find the cross product and dot product, that is scalar product. So here, so the given vectors are vectors solution. The given vectors A bar equals to 3 I cap minus 4j cap plus 5k cap, and B bar equals to minus 2 I cap plus j cap minus 3k cap. We can find the scalar. First one, scalar product. Okay, so first one we have taken the scalar product. Scalar product is A bar dot B bar equals to, so it is written as 3 equals to 3 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 5 k cap dot minus 2 I cap plus j cap minus 3 k cap equals to, it is written as 3 into minus 2 plus minus 4 into 1 plus 5 into minus 3 equals to 3 into minus 2 minus 6 minus 4 minus 15. This equals to minus 25. So this is the cross dot product. This is scalar product. Second one, vector product. So vector product A bar cross B bar equals to this mod of I bar, so I cap, j cap, k cap. So it is 3 minus 4 5 minus 2 1 minus 3 is equals to, first we have taken I cap into, so we can remove this at 4 minus 4 into minus 3. Okay, minus 5 into 1 minus j cap into, so it is leave that 3 into minus 3 minus 4 into minus 2 plus k cap into 3 into 1 minus 3 into 1 so here sorry minus 3 into minus 3 minus 4 sorry 5 into minus 2, so here k cap into 3 into 1 minus 2 into minus 4 that equals to minus 4 I cap into 12 minus into minus 2 minus into minus plus 12 minus 5 minus j cap into 3 into 3 9, but minus 9 minus 5 into minus 2 minus 10 into minus plus 10 plus k cap into we have taken here plus k cap into here, that is 3 into 1 3 minus 2 into minus 4 plus 8, so here minus 8. Okay, that equals to, so a bar cross b bar equals to 12 minus 5 7 I cap minus 9 plus 10 plus 1, so minus j cap here 3 minus 8 minus 5, so it minus 5k cap. So this is the cross product of two vectors. Cross product of two vectors are a bar cross b bar equals to minus 7i cap minus 7j cap minus 5k cap. So we can also derive b bar cross a bar equals to minus of a bar cross b bar. It doesn't obey the commutative law, so then minus, it is minus 7i cap plus j cap plus 5k cap.